Lock and Chase, released in 1981 by Data East, this series of arcade cabinets featured the Deco cassette system. What this was a special arcade board with a cassette interface, so the games would come on cassettes that the operators could plug into this and change the games. Pretty cool for the time. Data East did license the game to Taito to be released as a dedicated arcade game as well. Now, the main enemies in this game are 4 policemen called the Super D. You have Stiffy, Smarty, Scaredy, and Silly. Pretty interesting names for the policemen. You play the role of a little thief, as you see running around that top hat there in the middle of the screen. So now let's take a look at the arcade gameplay as I describe it as I play it. Alright, here we go. First up, I drive up to the vault. My little thief guy gets out, and we go into the maze and start picking up the coins. Now, just like in Pac-Man, we want to pick up all these little coins out of the maze before we can advance to the next one. Also, in the middle of the maze, you'll see money bags or different items appear that you can pick up for bonus points. Now, as your little thief runs to the maze, you can drop a doorway behind you to block the police from chasing you. Right there you just saw the hat appear in the middle of the screen. Just like in Pac-Man, each level has its own little themed bonus prize that you can pick up, like a hat, a crown, briefcase, different objects. Now, something else you can do is if you get the policeman following you and you drop a door behind you, you can trap them. Now, watch in the lower right-hand side of the screen, you'll see I trapped one of the policemen inside that little hallway. The more policemen you trap, the higher your bonus score will be. Now that I've cleared all the dots out of this maze, or the coins, I can exit out of the screen either the top or the bottom. As I jump for joy, I go on to the next maze. Now, something else to look at, as this guy is running through the maze, you'll see these random doors that'll close behind you. You can use those to your tactical advantage to get away from the policemen, but sometimes they can actually trap you. You want to be careful if you run through a door as it's closing, because it can actually trap you into that position when you can't move at all. It makes the game pretty challenging. One of the things I do notice about playing this game is the policemen basically just want to come right at you. They don't seem to reverse direction. They always go one direction only, so you can try to get them to herd to get them all to one side of the screen and lead them around the maze as best as you can. I can't play this game worth a darn. I'm trying my best during this video, but it's not working out too well. But anyway, let's take a look at some ports of this game to some of the classic game consoles. First up, we have the Atari 2600 version. Not too bad of a translation. It plays fairly well. Don't really have a lot of complaints about it. It's pretty good for the Atari 2600. Oh, until you get caught. Hey, got the bonus. Now let's take a look at the Intellivision version. This is actually a very good translation of the arcade game to a home console. The Intellivision does a really good job with this game. It controls really nice. I have no problems running around the maze using the disc controller. Pretty much has all the elements that you would expect from the arcade game. Pretty awesome. If you have an Intellivision game system, this is one of the games I highly recommend you get for it. It's also the favorite game of Rick Reynolds, who's one of the co-hosts of the Intellivisionaries podcast. Now let's check out a version for the ColecoVision that was done by ColecoVision Games. This was a homebrew game released for the ColecoVision. Also does a very good job of looking like the arcade game. Great sound effects. Now let's check it out on the Game Boy. Now I like the intro scene here. This is pretty cool. Now the game starts off a little bit different. You're in a vault. You only have one policeman chasing you around. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to clear this lobby. That's what I'm going to call it, a lobby. To get to the main vault. So once you clear this area out here, also, when you do get a power-up, this one actually lets you boot the policeman around when you're powered up like this. A little bit different from the arcade game. Now you should see a familiar screen. This is the vault screen now. So I have all 4 policemen chasing me again. And you can see they all have different personalities. You can see a little small guy there running all over the place. Ooh. Yeah, I got 500 points. Now if I get that diamond, I'll be powered up. Oh, shoot. The diamond. Oh, it's gone. This is not too bad of a version for Lock and Chase. I like the additional features of getting the power-ups to where you actually can turn on the policeman like Pac-Man does with the ghosts. That's one thing that was missing from the arcade version of Lock and Chase. You really had no way to go after policemen and get them off your tail besides putting up walls. So I like that extra gameplay element they added. Well, that was Lock and Chase, another great arcade game from 1981. One of my favorites from that era. Thanks for watching.